Cricbuzz Combox, and the game interestingly poised. Two early wickets lost by Gujarat, then a repair job done by their captain. Cricbuzz Combox curse, of course, has to hit. Even if before I'm finished with my sentence, another wicket falls for the Gujarat Titans, and it's the big one. Hardik Pandya has to go. So just as we start talking about it, and guess who takes him? It's brothers in arms. What a topic to start with. Joy joins me on Cricbuzz Combox. This is more than a Combox curse. This is a family feud.
It's an absolute family feud, and it's getting even more interesting. Firstly, you have, what we hear about Deepak Hooda and Kunal Pandya, all is not well with them. They are embracing on the field like long-lost brothers. Then he goes and bowls against his real brother, takes a wicket. Everything is happening here in this match. This is truly not a match. It's a Karan Johar film, actually. Just we don't know it.
It surely is, and there's been lots. I mean, here, Karan Johar, since you mentioned him, Joy, he's also one who likes to launch new stars. So he said, okay, if I'm going to have a film, KL Rahul is a superstar, and we've got so many of those, but he had to have someone brand new. He had to have an Ayush Badoni, fresh face. He launched him in the first innings. Now you've got Family Feud. Then you've got two rivals who have come and hugged and made up. You're spot on about that. What more can possibly happen at the end of this?
Yeah, it's a very, and the match is perfectly set up because the run rate is 7. It's not that they have much to do. They have 9.5, but 9.5 in the last 10 with the kind of conditions that we have out here are not that difficult. The ball is not gripping. There is a lot of dew out there, so this is actually an ideal opportunity to do it. The question is, how deep does Gujarat bat? That's the important question out here. Abhinav Manohar is there, David Miller is there, Rahul Tewatia is there, Rashid Khan is there. These 4 are the guys they need to get it done with.
That on paper should sound like absolutely more than enough to do it. Abhinav Manohar, of course, untried, but David Miller's a finisher. He's done this so often in the past. Conditions are perfect for batting. Hardik Pandya was looking set for a 50 or more until his brother had other ideas. But let's have a quick look at that Gujarat lineup and see exactly what we're talking about. Not too many runs to get, but they haven't exactly been setting the world on fire like Punjab did in their run chase against a very stiff Bangalore total 24 hours ago. So we're just having a look at the 11. We can see David Miller's come in after the fall of Hardik Pandya's wicket. Manohar is not come in yet, so he'll bat behind David Miller with Tewatia and Rashid Khan to follow. So as you said, Joy, enough in the bank, but if they start playing strokes like this, especially what Shubman Gill did to start the innings off, then they could be just shooting themselves in the foot.
Absolutely. And see, Rashid Khan is the kind of guy who's like hit or miss. On a day, he can get you a quick 15 or 20 in 7 or 8 balls, but he could just as easily get out of the first ball. He's not a bankable player. So it's got to be Abhinav Manohar. It's got to be David Miller. Their experienced standard batsmen have to do it for them. And if they don't do it, it's an opportunity missed. As it is, I think they'll be cursing themselves that after 29 for 4, they allowed these guys to reach 158. They allowed Lucknow to reach 158. And now with the match perfectly poised, just when you think Hardik Pandya and all had got it back, they lose Hardik Pandya. And again, it's back to that situation. The only advantage they have is that, the Lucknow side is a restrictive bowling side. It's not a wicket-taking bowling side. So if somebody can get going, there is an opportunity always. They always give you a chance.
Well, the one man that comes to mind, Ravi Bishnoi, perhaps will play a role in his second spell. Otherwise, Mohsin is not quite sure that he can threaten anyone. He's been hit for a few. But at the moment, Matthew Wade's still out there with David Miller. So 2 international batsmen out there with a few to follow. At the moment, despite the fall of Hardik's wicket, Gujarat still in front. But if it's anything like the Karan Johar film we're talking about, there has to be a twist in the end. We'll talk about it on our final show. Whether or not it's coffee with Karan or not, we don't know. But it's all about films. It's all about the Oscars. So much to talk about. Cricket is incidental. That's all on Cricbuzz Combox.